Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a very special video for you guys today. At least this will be a special video for me. I don't know if there's ever been a makeup product that I've been more excited to open when it arrived than this right here. I'm talking about the new Harry Potter palette from Colourpop. I have to be honest guys, I have been ignoring Colourpop for quite a while. I think the last time I placed an order with Colourpop was last fall. So it has been a year since they have had anything that really caught my attention. But you guys, I am so excited about this palette. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I know I've mentioned it a few times here on my channel, and I almost missed this thing. I didn't see the announcement on this because I wasn't really like paying attention. I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't watching a lot of beauty videos in the month of like September turning into October, but I was so happy they still had this left in stock when I went to pick it up at the beginning of the month. So we're gonna dip into it today. We'll take a look at it, whether you're a Harry Potter fan or not. The color story of this palette is really fun and interesting. I also have a little highlighter here that we'll be testing out. And while I have opened up and looked at the palette, I haven't swatched anything yet, so we'll be doing that for the first time together today. So hopefully you guys are excited, whether that be for the Harry Potter conversations we'll be having or just for the makeup. I think this is going to be a fun one. Halloween is in the air, so what a perfect time to do this video. Before we get into it, a special welcome to any of you that are new here at my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy this one. If you do, hope that you'll consider subscribing and make sure that your notifications are turned on. But enough talking, enough waiting. Let's take a look at this palette. All right, so here is the palette. I'm just gonna indulge myself right here for a minute and rave about the fantastic job they did on the cover art of this, on the whole like Harry Potter theme that is authentically Harry Potter. I mean, this looks very Harry Potter, which you might think, of course it does, Mandy, it is Harry Potter. But I just want to mention that a couple of years ago, Ulta Beauty did a Harry Potter sort of collaboration. Picked up a couple things from that collection, a lip gloss, and then also an eyeshadow palette. So this is the palette that I picked up. It's the Gryffindor one. It doesn't look like Harry Potter to me, other than the fact that it says Gryffindor. I mean, just take a look at this lion. This does not even look like the Gryffindor lion. It looks a lot more like the lion from the Island of Misfit Toys. It just doesn't have the signature Harry Potter look. And the shadows inside were okay. They just weren't like the best. I'm just bringing that up because I was a little bit disappointed in that collaboration, but I feel like Colourpop redeemed the Harry Potter name with this thing right here. So let's have a quick look at it. So here it is inside the sleeve. I think this might be the only package where I didn't want to throw away like the little boxes that things came in, especially when it gets to the highlighter. We'll talk about this in a sec. But here is the palette. So it comes in this little sleeve as they often do. Look how beautiful. First off, just the orientation of this palette, which normally would come like this, but they did it like a storybook, which I love. And it's kind of the size of like a Harry Potter book. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am just like, my heart is a flutter. This is ridiculous. It's obviously got the actual trademark Harry Potter logo on there. I mean, the names inside, which we'll get to in a sec, everything has a trademark next to it, but it is so Harry Potter. I absolutely am in love with it. In fact, when I opened this package and looked at it, I opened it down here in my makeup room. I went upstairs to my husband, who was like in the middle of his work day. He works here at home most of the time. And I had to show my husband this beautiful piece of art. And then when each of my kids came home from school, I would show each of my kids as they came home. I've been trying to like indoctrinate my kids into the Harry Potter fan club since they were little children. I haven't been totally successful. They all like Harry Potter. They just don't have the deep and abiding love for it that I clearly do. Anyways, so thrilled with the packaging of this thing. I mean, you have like the tiniest little details in here that are just so spectacular. You've got the like Nimbus 2000 right here. You have the little Quidditch hoops right there, like on the very top. I mean, such a tiny little detail that's just so cute. Sorting hat right here. You've got the lightning bolt. Oh, you even have Crookshanks right there. I'm like discovering new things about this every time I look at it. It is absolutely adorable. So, but that's probably not what you guys are here. Hopefully you haven't left yet. Let's talk about the shadows inside and have a look at the color story. So here's the color story. It is a little more on the colorful side, but honestly, if you take out this section right here, most everything in here is pretty neutral, other than these blues right here, which I don't imagine I'm gonna get a lot of use out of, but they do look really fun. So I will insert a close-up of the palette for you guys, of the package for you guys right here, so you can have a closer look, hopefully admire it. And then I'll also insert the swatches on my arm so you can have a look at these shades. Again, I have not swatched this yet. I will be doing that after we film the video. So you guys will actually be seeing the shades before I do, but hopefully that gives you a good sense of kind of what they look like compared to each other, what the color story is like. Very excited about these colors though. I love that you get a couple of green tones. You get some like very cool kind of ashy gray tone browns, both dark and mid-tone, but then you get some warmer stuff over here. Some pretty lid shades. This one's kind of more green in tone. This one looks like more of a champagne. You have a gold. This one looks kind of peachy and nice, like yellowy gold. Fantastic job. 10 out of 10. Love the packaging of this. I already know I'm gonna love this palette. Even if the eyeshadows suck inside here, I would still love and cherish this thing simply for its artistic beauty. So we'll dip into the palette in just a second, but quickly I want to show you guys the highlighter that I picked up. This one also, I am not throwing away this package. This is Dobby. Obviously, if you are familiar with Harry Potter at all, you'll know who Dobby is. Oh my goodness, look how adorable this is. It is so cute. The only thing I wish is that, so Dobby's not actually on the highlighter itself, it's just on the box, which is why I'll never throw this away. Look at that, we've got the insignia, like in the inside, we've got the different little house markings. That is just such a cute little detail that I absolutely love. And here is the highlighter, little socks. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So this is a Super Shock highlighter, kind of like, looks like a golden champagne. They had another one. I don't even remember what that one was. I knew I just wanted to pick up one and I could not resist this. Honestly, even if the shade would have not matched me, I probably would have still got it. So again, I haven't swatched this yet. Let's have a feel. Okay, so this is that classic kind of creamier Super Shock feeling formula. Ooh, I have a feeling it's gonna be too dark for me. Dang it. We're gonna use it anyways today. We might use this more as like a blush topper for me. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping that would be a little more on the champagne side. Maybe as I'm looking at it, like the darker marblings down here, maybe if I stick with kind of this top corner, I can get a little bit lighter of a shade out of it for me. So actually, I'm gonna just use my finger for this. We're just gonna stick with this little corner right here. I still love it. And if you have more medium skin tone or a deeper skin tone, I think this will be perfect for you. Actually, I haven't used my Super Shock highlighters a lot lately. I do really like them. I just don't think they last as well on my skin as some of my other highlighters, especially for how intense they go on initially. So that's definitely working, to just dipping into that corner and avoiding the darker marbling. That looks really pretty. Very fun. So let's jump into the palette. I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit and we will decide what we want to do with this thing. This looks so pretty. Ooh, I just want to do a couple finger swatches of this. Oh my gosh, look at that green. That's gorgeous. Ooh, that could be fun. Let's look at this green right here. Hungarian Horntail. I don't know if I've ever had so much fun filming a video. I do want to swatch this one live for you guys real quick. This is the glitter. Yeah, this is a pressed glitter. It has these like particles in it that look like little wands. I mean, I don't know if that's what they were intending, but they're like little sharp particles. See those little lines? I will never wear this, but I think it's cute. Couple more little live swatches. This one looks beautiful. This is kind of like a green gold, like a minty gold. Ooh, this reminds me of the shade in the Juvia's Place Saharan 2 palette. Very pretty. Ooh, that looks lovely. Let's take a look at the light champagne gold. Curious to see how light that is. There it is right there. Gorgeous. A couple more, guys. I've got to swatch this Invisibility Cloak color, the marbled one. I always hate to swatch these ones because the marbling is just so pretty to look at. Ooh, this is like a Super Shock shadow formula. Ooh, this is pretty though. Like a peachy orange. Okay, I want to wear that shade today. That is gorgeous. I'm kind of feeling guilty. I've forgotten how much I love the Colourpop formula. They have a lot of really interesting shimmer formulas that I really love. Their matte formula is usually really good. I think I just got a little Colourpop burned out and kind of needed to take a break for a while. So why don't we go ahead and jump in. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I'm really loving these like warmer shades right here. I really want to try out this. That red looks gorgeous. It's a very like rusty red. I'm very curious to see how that looks on the eyes. We might use like this dark brown. Maybe we'll even use the black as a liner. We'll see. Let's just get into it. So we're going to start off in Whomping Willow. Such a great name. Trademark. Do I have to verbally trademark? I'm going to take that with my Sydney Grace blending brush. We're going to apply that just all through my socket. Great formula so far. It's going on really well. Just using the same brush to kind of go under the lower lash line just because I'm feeling a little lazy today. This makes me want to reread the books. I actually haven't read the books for a while. I've listened to them. Whenever we're on road trips and stuff, a lot of times we'll just put one of them on. Stephen Fry, that's my favorite. I used to like the Tim Dale? The Tim Dale ones better, but now I like Stephen Fry's voice a little bit better. His character voices I like better. So I'm just kind of building this up, but I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush. This one's also from Sydney Grace. Let's add a little bit of this shade, Mandrake. Just gonna deepen up this crease a little bit with this color. Looks a little bit darker. Do very like pumpkin-y eyes today, I think. So I would love to know how many of you guys are Harry Potter fans. Have you been longtime fans? My first introduction to Harry Potter, I tutored some kids early in college. That was when, like, I think book 2 and 3 were coming out. I remember all the kids that I tutored were raving about these books. I was not much of a reader growing up. I was not a reader growing up. I mean, I could read, but like I didn't enjoy reading books at all, ever, unless I was forced to. Prior to Harry Potter, I think the last book that I had interest in was Amelia Bedelia. So that tells you the extent of the reader that I was growing up. But anyways, I remember kids raving about these books. And then I remember when I first got married, I was pretty young, I was like 21, and I watched the second movie first, and then I loved it so much that I went back and watched the first and second movie. And then I decided to pick these books up and try reading them. But from then on, I was hooked. I mean, anytime a new book came out, you guys remember, if you guys were longtime fans, the releases, she would do a release like once I think it was like yearly. I remember waiting in line at midnight for the book release, and they'd have stacks of books out and waiting for the new book and staying up late to read it. Oh, I miss that. And I can't find a book that will do that to me, but I know not everyone feels that way. My husband's always making fun of me for how much of a Harry Potter nerd I am, and he liked the books. He just didn't like cultishly fall in love with them. Okay, let's add a little bit of this rusty red. This is the shade Gryffindor. Oh. That is very, very beautiful. I love that kind of like orangey, pumpkin-y detail. Let's see. What do you want to do next? I think I want to try a little bit of this dark brown right here. I'm curious how dark that's going to go on. I want to kind of start smudging and smoking out that outer lash line and outer corner. So let's take this little smudge brush right here, add a little bit of this right to the lashes. Pull it kind of up and in. Take just a little bit of what's left and just kind of run that lightly under that lower lash line, just to kind of like tie that, round out that shape right there. Okay, that looks really nice. All right, let's see. Curious, I don't know if I want to do I feel like the green's gonna be a little bit much. Look at this shade right, ooh, this is pretty. Okay, do you see this shade? So this is a matte, but it has a little bit of sparkle in it. Like a really pretty gold sparkle in it. So let's take this and run this on the outer half of the lid. And then we'll overlap it with that Invisibility Cloak shade, the marbled shade. This is called Pumpkin Juice, this one. Starting to match my pumpkin back there. All right, let's add a little bit of this shimmer. It's the shade Invisibility Cloak. I'm just gonna use my finger for this. And we're gonna put this all over the inner half of the lid and overlap very lightly. I'm trying to be careful where I overlap that shade. I don't want to go all the way across because I want to keep that matte shimmer kind of undisturbed right there. This is really beautiful. Ooh, I love the shade. Let's add a little bit of this light champagne. It's kind of like a light gold, I would say. It's like a white gold. I'm just gonna take that on my pinky and pop that right on that inner hollow right there and slightly overlap just that very innermost corner. Let's add a little bit of that black shade as a liner, shade Dementor. Look at that black, you guys. Oh my gosh, I've got to swatch this, even though I know swatching black is always dangerous. Oh my goodness. That is like the blackest of blacks. That is impressive. Oh, wow. I might be a little afraid of this black. It's very, very dark. We're gonna take it on an angled brush. I'm just gonna apply the tiniest bit of this right to the roots of my lashes. I just wetted my angled brush a tiny bit, and now put the tiniest amount on there. And I'm just getting that right into my lashes and pulling up just a little bit. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny little wing. All right, so there are the finished eyes. I'm gonna add a couple coats of my Essence Lash Princess mascara. Then I'll zoom out and we'll finish off with some final thoughts. All right, and here is the finished eye look. It is gorgeous. Very happy with how these all performed, everything that I used so far. That's pretty standard with Colourpop shadows. They typically perform really well for me. I think I've only ever had one Colourpop eyeshadow palette that I felt like the formula wasn't great. Oh, what was that palette called? It was the one with like the colorful flowers all over the front. So I'm excited to keep playing with this and trying it out. I think the shades I'll have my eye on the most are these kind of gray tone matte shades. Those are the formulas. If ever there's a shade in a palette that might have a little trouble, those are the type of shades that sometimes don't nail the formula very well. Not always, and again, Colourpop's typically pretty good, but I will test those out and I'll get back to you guys on how everything else in here performed. I don't know that I'll be testing out or using many of these blues. Maybe this one right here. No, probably not even. Maybe not even that one. Let's just be honest. I probably won't reach into this. If I'm gonna do blue, there's other palettes that I'll probably reach for. But that said, very excited about this one. This will be a fun one for me to play with, mostly because I'm a Harry Potter fan. But even if you're not, this is a really fun color story. A lot of variety, plenty of neutrals in here, which I really love. I will try and get back to you guys and give you an update on how the rest of the shadows performed. I have a feeling I'll be using this a lot over the next couple of weeks. I mean, this is perfect for this time of year. We're in the Harry Potter mood right now. We've been getting the movies out. More recently, we've been watching one like every weekend. I think we're on number 3. It's just the Harry Potter time of year, and this just will fit right in. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful for you. If you have not picked this palette up, or maybe you've had your eye on this one, if you're a Harry Potter fan, maybe you missed the announcement of this one like I did. Hopefully they still have some in stock when I'm talking about it today. But that is gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are all doing well. Let me give you one last reminder. If you have not yet subscribed, be sure to do that before you leave. And I will see all of you in my next one. Bye. This is my favorite, the Monster Book of Monsters. Do you guys see that little, like, it's like invisible until it's not? Oh, so good. Okay guys, we're gonna play a little game. I have a Harry Potter movie trivia. Order of the Phoenix. I had a really hard time reading that book when it first came out because I could not get over Professor Umbridge. I just had this like intense hatred for her. She was such an evil character. Here we go. Order of the Phoenix. I'm gonna need my glasses for this. Where did they go? What is taking place in the Great Hall when Professor Umbridge is chased by giant fireworks? The answer, an OWL exam. Give yourself 1 gold star down below if you got the point. Next question. During the giant fireworks display, which letter is formed above the school? These are related to the fireworks. The answer, W for Weasley. Next, why is Voldemort torturing Sirius Black in one of Harry's dreams? The answer, to get the prophecy. Gold star down below. Last, which department at the Ministry of Magic does Harry see repeatedly in his dreams? Answer, Department of Mysteries. Anybody get 4 stars? We're best friends if you did. I probably would have gotten all of those, I think. Just kidding. We can be best friends just because we love makeup. But if you love Harry Potter like I do, we are kindred spirits. Okay, well, let's do it again. Deathly Hallows Part 1. Okay, first question. I probably would have got this one wrong. Okay, Ron Weasley is escorted to the Burrow after the escape from Privet Drive by who? Answer, Nymphadora Tonks. Second question. Harry has a vision whilst in the Burrow that Lord Voldemort is torturing who? Answer, Ollivander. Third, during the escape from Privet Drive, which member of the Order of the Phoenix is killed? I would have got this one. Answer, Mad-Eye Moody. Last one. Ron tells Harry that they wouldn't last 2 days hunting for Horcruxes without who? The answer, Hermione Granger. I have to film another video. I wish I could stop and go watch all the Harry Potter movies. It's Friday night. I bet you can't guess what I'm going to be doing tonight.